Hey, what's up? It is your guy, Marc my words. And today, bro, I want to come to you and talk a little bit about fatherhood and talk about some things that can help you navigate through fatherhood a little bit better, right? I'll give you just a couple things that can help you because things will get tough, things will get hard on you, and you will be a bit confused at times, right? So, through trials and tribulations, bro, a lot of us middle-aged guys, we figured it out a little bit, and so I'm gonna bring it to you, right? So if you like the information, bro, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel. That lets me know I'm doing the right content for the right reasons, and that is hitting home. Also, share this video with somebody that could use the gems I'm dropping to you, or could use the conversation. We get a lot out of watching videos, man, because it comes from a different voice. It comes from somebody we don't know. And even if we've heard it before, it hits us differently because, you know, if you've been hearing grumblings of something and then you hear it from a live voice, it hits home differently, and then you're more apt to take action. So share this with somebody, bro. You never know what it'll do for them, right? So being a father, bro, there's a lot of things that come your way, right? And depending on how many children you have, you could be, well, first of all, once you become a father, bro, you're a father till the day you die. Think about that. So if you become a father at the age of 20, you are now going to be a father until the day that they lay you in the ground. Okay? That is just what it is. So it is a lifetime position, right? That changes dramatically at certain points, that you have to constantly work at. That never, I don't know that it ever gets easier because things change, right? The kids' ages change, their situations change, you change, and so there's a lot of moving parts. And bro, I don't know if it necessarily gets easier. You might get better at it, but I don't know if it gets easier. It's like working out. It never gets easy, but you do get better at it. You understand? You become more proficient at it. So one of the things, bro, that I do to keep myself from, you know, from just going overboard, man, is I don't take things personal, right? So people say that, like, oh, don't take everything so personally. Well, how are you not going to take things personally if somebody does it to you? So it's like a weird term that people use that I don't think it applies all like that. That it doesn't apply all like that. And also, people just use things because they hear it all the time. They don't really know what they're saying. If someone does something to you, it's personal. It's person to person. That's personal, right? But let's just say your daughter was supposed to come home and watch a movie with you, right? And she's an hour late and you guys don't end up watching the movie. Why I say don't take it personal, bro, is because she's probably late for a lot of stuff. She's probably late for a lot of stuff. She might not have wanted to watch the movie with you because you're going to ask her about her boyfriend, right? And she doesn't want to answer those questions. It's not that she doesn't want to answer them with you. She doesn't really want to answer them with anybody, right? If she's late, she's probably late to a lot of functions, a lot of events, a lot of get-togethers, right? We take it personal instead of realizing, like, if this is how they operate, right? You might not like it that much, but that's how they operate. They don't necessarily pick you and say, I'm going to do this to my dad. That's normally not how it goes, bro. Normally kids don't hate you that much that they want to do something just to hurt your feelings. That's not how it goes. So try your best not to take things so personal, right? Obviously they're your children, so you think they should treat you better a lot of times. But they also will learn how to treat you as time goes on. And it's hard for us to see that, man, but they will grow up. They won't be 13 forever. They won't be 16 forever, okay? Now also, bro, you have to realize where you were at that age. Realize where you were at that age, especially mentally, okay? So let's just say at 15, like you're going through it with your son because he doesn't work hard enough, right? He might be playing sports. He's not practicing hard enough. He's not putting in extra time watching film. He might not be taking his nutrition seriously. Bro, what were you doing at 15? What were you doing at 15? Most of us were not taking it that serious at 15 years old, bro. It has to click at some point. And for a lot of us, it was like in our 20s. Now, if you're an athlete, and you're going to play ball in college or something, it clicks a little earlier because that's your profession, so to speak, right? But if it's not, it's hard for it to click. And so, bro, you got to remember where your mind was at the age of 15. You're worried about girls. You got some schoolwork. You're trying to get your chores done so you can go outside. You're trying to sneak out the house from time to time. Bro, you're not as focused as you are now at 35. You're expecting this kid to be super focused. Now, I understand you're telling him to do it and you're letting him know this is what's going to make him successful. But, bro, he's still 15. He's 13. He's even 17, 18. Bro, it clicks for everybody at a different time. So there's nothing wrong with pushing him, but we do have to realize where we were. Once you realize where you were at that age, then you're able to really, really, really look and say, oh, you know what? I understand. I might not like it, but I understand. Because I was there at 15. A lot of us ain't get it together till we was in our 20s. Come on, man. So understand where you were at that time. It'll help you navigate through these situations, man, because you'll just relax in knowing that, like, oh, wait, he has a lot of time to still grow. He only been on the earth however many years, man. You know what I mean? They're not going to know as much as you. And even if you try to tell them, it still doesn't help. That's like a professor trying to teach you material that he's been studying for 20 years. This is your first semester in that class, bro. It doesn't matter what he tells you. You're not going to get it all during that semester. You understand? Now, thirdly, bro. Thirdly, you have to realize that there is no perfect father. No perfect father. There are really good fathers. There are fathers who excel in certain areas. Okay? There are no perfect fathers, bro. The rich guy who provides financially for his family, takes them on trips, has them driving Beamers and Benzes in their teenage years, he also has to spend time away from home because his work calls for it. The guy who's super disciplined with his kids and they're super well mannered, bro, and they go to school every day and they get straight A's, he might have a drinking problem. Bro, I've never even met a guy who called himself a perfect father, let alone I saw him as a perfect father. We will look at these guys that are around us in our neighborhoods, our co-workers, maybe even our families, and we think he's perfection. Like, I got to get like him as a father. Bro, he has deficiencies too. The guy who coaches his son's team, he also pushes his son too hard, perhaps. The guy who is great in his marriage with his wife, right? He might not talk to his kids about sex. He might drop the ball financially at times. He might gamble, right? And it's not saying that he has to be doing something negative to keep him away from perfection, but you might see him being really great in 1, 2, or 3 areas. And you think that he's great in all areas. Bro, there is no such thing. And I guarantee if you ask that guy, is he a perfect father? He would tell you no. He would tell you no. Bro, you don't have to be perfect. You have to have perfect effort. And that's just, hey, I'm doing 100%. What I think I should be doing today, I'm doing for my children. What I think I should be doing next month, I'm going to plan to do that for my children. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, bro. I promise you, you can't do more than that. And if you expect yourself to produce more than that, bro, you're always going to be playing catch up. You're never going to feel right. It's always going to feel like you could do more. So make sure that you understand you were their age at one point, right? And where your mental was at that point. Do not take things personal when they do it to you. They're most likely not setting out to destroy dad's life, okay? More of it is about them and probably avoiding, You know what I mean? Accountability, discipline, things like that, or even just strange conversations, right? And also just remember, you don't have to be perfect. You have to give perfect effort, right? And I probably used the wrong term by saying perfect effort. Give 100%. You say you're going to show up for an hour, show up for an hour, bro. That's it. What you going to do? But thinking that you're ever going to be perfect, or that you're ever going to get an award for the world's most perfect father, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. You hold your kids accountable. You push them. You teach them what you should teach them. You be there for them. You protect them. You provide for them. And the point is to push them out into the world, bro, with a bunch of tools, with a bunch of skills, and with a lot of support so they can have successful lives. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And bro, that might not always work. It just might not work out. Just try your hardest. That's all you got to do. All right. So I appreciate you for hanging out with your boy today, man. If you are that guy that might be struggling with being a father, right? It might just be new to you. You might have older kids and you're trying to deal with them and you're struggling. You might need some one-on-one attention from somebody like you that has gone through things like you're going through, and you might just need some help. You understand? Go down in the description, book a call with me, bro. Now, we might get on the line and see that it's good for us to establish a relationship. Or we might not be a good fit. You might need a family counselor in your area or online. You might need a therapist in your area or online. Or you just might need to tackle some other situations in your life because they're affecting your ability to operate as a father. If that's the case, bro, I will help you link with those services so that you can get on the right path. So go in the description, book a call with me. We'll get online and talk about it, all right? So I appreciate you for hanging out with your boy, man. Share this episode with somebody who might get some value from it. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.